Okay, hello there. We are back to more Path of Exile. We last left off in Act 9. Now I did, just a quick update, I did, as you can see, make a little investment in Path of Exile finally. I think they've earned it. And I bought, for $20, I bought the first blood pack, which you can only do that one time. Gives you $20 for 200 points, right? Everything cost points, right? Well, for me, I bought stash tabs. Those cost points. $20 for 200 points. First blood pack, $20, 200 points, plus a blood weapon effect. Don't know if it's just for swords. And one extra stash tab, right? Now, so what I did then with that 200, I've been kind of listening to priorities, and I knew big priorities were currency tab, map tab, and then to upgrade for 10 an existing slot into a premium. And all that could be done during a sale for sure. I think only during a sale, like this stash tab sale this weekend, as of this recording, right, this live stream. But for $20, that's a incredible value. Plus now with the shop public, right, it's already set to public. Could finally explore that whole mechanic, right? Like, while PvP is whatever, I mean, like, there's still this community aspect of the trading, right, as an economy, which is kind of beautiful. And I think I love solo self-found. It's fun. It's fun in its own way. I think definitely cool for crafting and stuff, and making not taking currency and stuff for granted. I think sometimes we do that maybe with shop. We take stuff for granted. Oh, I'll just buy it real quick. Oh, it's not there. Oh, I gotta fend for myself. But with the solo self-found, it's on the opposite extreme. I'll never let go of this thing, or no one will take this from me. It's just like, it's kind of nice, but this, like, we're not playing games in a vacuum per se, right? And I think it could be nice to get some tradie based content. Maybe there's something there. There's like a connection, right, with people, other real people, right? And there's something beautiful about that. So I thought, okay, you know what? For $20, I could help support the develop. They've continuously done a great job with this game, supporting this dedication. It's a lot of. I feel inspired looking at these modest looking. Look at that, beautiful. I could tell how many sides it has, but see, that's what they've had to do, right? To just litter the scene. So it's like, this is what sometimes game development takes. Like, look, we have a kind of somewhat dense scene. I guess it's a little sparse, but that's only because of the level design. I think maybe that takes priority over 3D art. But without further ado, let's get to it. Thanks GGG. Thanks Path of Exile. I was already happy to play the game on the 4 tabs. But I was coming from a place of that they've earned this. Plus, it's gonna. I didn't want to invest. I could have gotten more, but I wanted to see just what the experience would be like to now go to this. You know what I mean? Like, then I can give that testimony of, if I just buy everything immediately, then I'll that's all. It's either all or nothing. You don't have it or you have it. But in this perfect example, like, I didn't even plan to do a lot of that content anyway. Only reason I would have bought one more was for essence tab, because I was thinking about prioritizing essences. And at first I thought the unique, but that was only from a solo self-found perspective, and I realized, well, heck, if I want to be interacting with more people more, then I don't care for that either. Even if you could set it to public, it doesn't really matter. to me like that. I don't know, they're just not as essential. I think the currency one matters because you hoard the currency, right? It's your bank, right? It's important the maps, right? Those just pile up fast, especially if that's your main content. Like, that's what I was gonna be doing. I'm gonna be getting currencies, right? I'm gonna be trading things for currency, right? Currencies are one slot, hold 5,000 items. I just don't need a lot of things. So I wanted to see what $20 would get me in terms of change and experience. And heck, if it's, I'm happy to give them more at a future date, but for now, I want to know what 20 is like. Like, what's it? Once you go past 20, you can't go back to 20. I mean, not like in a completely honest way. Like, you, of course, you can make an like you have another account, or maybe heck, you get a volunteer, someone for the game, you get that, you buy that for them, and you just get their testimony, right? And their participation, like maybe the price of that for their time is just buying that upgrade for them. Like, hey, oh, would you do this quick interview or give me your feedback about? Yeah, I can't imagine, like, even though Path of Exile, it's a free game, that means any content, you know, creator has the opportunity to just dive into this free game experience, the latest updates, right? Okay, we're 2 levels below them. Back to the dock. Let's keep going. Okay, get some survivability. Item filters, no. Right now, I haven't really had a need for that. Maybe, I know people do, even the things people do, yeah, maybe I'll look into that another time, but for now, that I'll just cross some bridges when I get to them. I'm willing to even first let go of any other sale for stuff until the next stash. It's not like that was the last ever stash tab, so. And even if it wasn't, and I really wanted it, I would just get it. It's fine. I think usually the pressure for the sale was mostly meant to try to cram as much value as you could in the first blood pack. Just as an example to people who would maybe invest in the game too. I don't know, they do a lot for free. This is a free game, you know? I feel like... Raise that question, how can you charge for a game? Of course you can charge for a game. And a lot of work and time went into that. But then you have gems like this, right, where... they have so much value, and for free, huh? Maybe they wanted, and the value came from having the players base and how much players would need to test this, but maybe to help them for their goal lie beyond the profit. Yeah, they definitely made money too though, so it's not a problem. That worked out. And which brings me to my example that why not make a free game anyway then if you could earn money anyway? Like, I guess just make it free then. People take games for granted? No, but maybe the games with the messages you wanted to get out the most were more available, readily available to people. And then it's just a matter of maybe the marketplace or platform, right? Audio, etc. But having that free game is just great for the feedback, you know? Like, I feel like the game won't reach, sometimes it will maybe not reach its full potential until it gets in the hands of players. Oops. And in which case, I need to get them through the games, into that game as fast as possible. If I'm not giving the keys out myself, right, then I might as well make it free. But time and time, it's proven that there are examples of having a free game to make money like that. Okay. Now I'll say right now that I had come up with what I thought was 10 reasons why your game, your indie game should be priced at $10 essentially, right? And it's just, you break down the list, right? You have a grocery list, right? reasons why that maybe you price at $1. They're worth $1 to you. Original art assets, right? That's $1. Audio, gamepad support, right? You run the gamut and like keep adding up things, right? Fun for gameplay loop, 2 hours of gameplay, right? Etc. Has a meaningful, message behind the game. You quickly had up to 10 things, right? Each priced at $1. That's $10 of value, right? At least from one perspective. Here, how we at?
If you're thinking about gaining, good if you are. Innocence.
Bannon is a...
Oh, okay. What were we missing? Basalt? No. Diamond? Aquamarine? Corroded? No. Quartz. Yeah, the quartz flask. The diamond one. We'd use the diamond one eventually. Let's go with the quartz.
Now that you have returned, remember, we do this for freedom.
Yeah, we needed the quartz, so I'm gonna have to... I'll take off the curses for now. We won't need the mana one eventually. But for now...
I'll see. Then it is before.
Definitely though. I don't know, now I'm almost... there's nothing wrong with pricing your game, but now I feel like if you'll make money anyway, you might as well make it free. That's just one take though. Immunity to corrupted blood. We got that option now. Wow, it looks like could it have 4? Is that prefix and the suffix? So tier 5. I'm not too worried about that. Plus, I thought, okay, divination cards. I figured I was gonna just sell them, to be honest. Take a minute. Like, look, they take a while to stack up. Do I care? Sometimes no. Sometimes, and maybe some individual ones, like, I guess I'm not worried about it. The quad stash tab, pretty much, it's like my player's always gonna wear the best gear. I only really play one character per season anyway, right? And I'm gonna play in the season if I'd like to trade with people, right? And if I'd sell it to the vendor, why not just try selling it to a player if it's worth something, right? If not, quick, I'm gonna sell it real quick. I'm not gonna hoard nothing. I think I hoard too much. Like, look at this. Maybe these could go for offer right now. Let's drop this off. Let's get back to it. Oh, you know what? Are we gonna have to huff at the... No. Back to town. Well... Let's go. It's on me, but we got spell suppression flask now. We did sacrifice 1 health pot, which means we might have to be more careful. If I need to put 1 more back, then I can't. I have that option. Now what's up? So we gotta complete the merciless lab before we kill the Tapas, so we're now already on. Ooh, trinity support. I think I was gonna use that eventually. I have it now. Oh yeah, and then we'll be going for lightning.
My mana is gone.
So I'm always spamming my potions on me. That's why you gotta not touch those. You gotta automate those. I'll look into that. But don't need them to be fancy right now. Sometimes their base effect is good enough. Then the prefix and modifiers don't matter. So maybe instill orb. I'm not as familiar with this. There's so much depth, right? Like I haven't even used up all the currencies. I'm willing to let go of those though and sell those to those who might need them. I don't know, I kind of like that. People that want to try certain things, they have access to a pool, a larger pool of that resource generated by the game, right? Yeah, we have to get a waypoint here, pronto. I know if we go top right, we'll run into something. Okay, I recognize the layout now. Okay, yeah, I thought so. It's kind of where I needed to go anyway. Let me just check in here. The ossuary. Yes, okay. The bone pits. We don't need to go to the bone pits, do we? Yeah. You know what, let me just talk about something else that I've been thinking about was, okay, I get the, sometimes, depending on your goals with maybe, at least in the games industry, that for 3D art, at least you might be specialized, seems like you either have to specialize for a bigger team scenario, or for a smaller team, you might have to just go a little bit more generalist, to have a wider skill set, but I was thinking though that in one way, some ways you might get to have a broad and a little bit of depth. I think you start off broad, just to taste things which you might like best, but then also, if you have that have any particular interests or inclinations art-wise that you might have more disciplines for that type of art. Let's say for weapons, right? You're something of a digital blacksmith, right? That you might be the concept artist, right? If it came down to weapons specifically, right? You concept your own original weapon concepts, right? Because you don't need to be the best concept artist if you're gonna be a 3D artist anyway, though, sometimes. But having something prepared that you have the ownership of, I think is important. I just feel like there's something wrong getting permission to use people's concepts, but I feel like sometimes there's this satisfaction bringing your own thing to life. It's all a passionate hobby. Might as well. Sometimes older veterans of the games industry think that, or not just computer graphics industry, that more people back in the day were more generalists, and now it's highly specialized, and that's just kind of robotic, isn't it? That maybe robots can be highly specialized, and if they are, it's going to be quicker and more streamlined, right? It'll be clear what kind of goals do they need, and I feel like putting all your eggs in one basket like that, right? Maybe starting off you have the one thing, but then branch out, right? So I'm thinking I need to be able to do better concept art for myself. There's nothing wrong with hiring people, but for me, I like to bring my designs to life, and I might need to just sketch that myself. How I do that now, better for volume, right? I'm not too concerned about giving myself that volume of drawings. I'm thinking like per page, dedicate a whole page to a plethora. I was shooting for 9 based on the size of the sketchbook page. 9 plus concepts, right? Like you gotta get like more practice with concepts. And so I'm thinking if I did let myself specialize, right? Because I'd like to do more than just 3D art. I mean, if I did want to just do the model and or the sculpture, but it's all fascinating. But I recognize sometimes the time element, employability, maybe sometimes also just creating something for a wide enough audience, right? General purpose, like a general use assets, right? For example, to showcase not just your skills in a portfolio, but also possibly offer in a marketplace. Then again, sometimes people offer those for free too, right? Like they're making games, offering them for free. Why not offer your art assets for free? But then how are you gonna, the content, maybe your strategy is more for the content generation? Because I know, but we got Kenny GL, NGL, or GL, right? It's kind of beloved for offering a commercial use, free commercial use, right? Art assets, 3D and 2D. And you see it on a lot of content, online content with, it's just accessible art, and sure, maybe these games aren't looking one of a kind, but it's like it did help them get like a sort of skin, get started. Like if that ever stopped someone from making a game, was like, oh, I don't have the art for it, here's free art, go make the game. You know what I mean? Like it was like the principle of it. The last ascendancy trial, and it's probably the easiest thing I've ever, the easiest of any of them. The last act or two one was a little more challenging. The one in the mine was too. So I guess I don't need to do that anymore. Go back to town. So, as much as I'd like to offer, maybe that's when you just have to have, it's like funny, it's like no matter what way you'd like to earn revenue or an honest income, that you would just have to have like another idea on the back end. It seemed like to me. Visit the Forbidden Sanctum. What do you mean? What's she talking about?
Do you see that? I can see the energy.
I don't know. I'm not... The annoyment, I don't know. There's like so much depth. Like, just dive into things when you get into it. Like, I'm sure this game is going to be sticking around for a little while.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Like, look, everything's gonna change already with this build. This is actually a lightning arrow, Deadeye lightning arrow build, right? But we're just one of the preferred routes for clearing AoE, right? Leveling campaign builds for Rain of Arrows and our ballistas. In my case, artillery ballista, because it is a AoE ballista. Elemental damage as well, coming from it. In this setup at least, that I'm running. Okay, we're just about through those, so we're in line, we're in tow with that. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Okay, we're looping back around. So what's now? Let's like, I'm not even, now I'm almost of the opinion we don't charge money for our games we make, because we want a bunch of people to play them, give us feedback, let us know, but we might have to change in order to make it something more valuable. And we need players to do that. We need some players. And if we get to that point where we like it enough, they just kind of love it actually. They might like it at first, but to make them love it, they might have had a hand to play right in its creation with their feedback, play testing. I mean, to adopt it merely from a time perspective, right? Like, and then we'll just have, if we're so creative to make a game, we can just come up with another thing after to make the money from it, right? Sometimes the game won't even make the money unless it's fun anyway. But free definitely takes things away. It changes the conversation. Or does people? I feel like it's funny if it's free. It's sometimes not always seen to have what? It's like has this stigma of being amateurish. But I feel like it's more like maybe I might have been guilty of doing that. Never guilty. But like maybe that's more likely to happen if you are. So eternal, beyond the divine. I'm definitely guilty of that. No, no one's guilty of that. It is what it is. But I'm thinking from games being like still priced, but just at such a low price. Like to be less than $5, for example. If it's $2, I don't know. The games, I don't know. It seems ridiculous. But I guess mobile games could be, that's different from mobile games. Maybe it depends on conditions like that. That was my fault. Make all games free. To compete, well sometimes it seems like that's what you gotta do to compete for the attention, huh? They're already gonna be playing a lot of time, they might be investing time into a game that's for free, that is backed and supported by a big team, big budget, you know, like, it's like to stay competitive, it's like, dang, I gotta make it free. I think a free game also could be nice to just have for the portfolio piece as well. Like, who wants to... Like, heck, you could play it from the browser, that'd be cool too. And anyone who just give it a try on a moment's notice. Free of charge. That means then the assets you'd want to create. So like you almost want to see them be put in your own original unique game, but then if it's going to be free anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay? But if you give them out for free, it doesn't matter. It's just that if you wanted your game to be the only game that ever showcases these assets, if you make it available, you're going to see a bunch of games use that, but then suddenly who would know whose game came up with that first, right? I mean, from a legality sense, you're covered, but from like a player, they don't really care. It's like a game of telephone. Like they imagine this couch, this sofa here was, oh, I've seen this in the mega scans, right? Asset library a ton of times, you know, like you. And the moment you offer, if you did offer your assets, albeit for free, then they're just going to be littered all over every indie game. Everyone and their brother's an indie game developer. It's like, well, that.
I'm not up to that.
Maybe that's something, nothing wrong with that. Maybe sometimes you have student assets. You give students all the assets and all they could ask for. Just for them to get started and then keep going to where maybe we all just have original assets for any project we want. And You could reuse your own assets, but as long as you're reusing it like you did, it was your original strategy. I'm thinking if it was if it was on a marketplace such as Sketchfab for its preview features, right? But you were showing it, you had it on there in conjunction with your ArtStation as a sort of portfolio, right, presentation. And if they really did want to see it, what it looked like in Game Engine, for example, right, and it didn't have that little barrier of the price point, if you were selling it on that site as well, if it was public like that, or if you maybe just have a private, who knows? I'd have to explore that a little bit more to tell you. But having that there for free could make it to where anyone who possible hiring manager, maybe they wear multiple hats, right? They're on the tip. They know a thing or two about the engine. They can download your asset from free from where you're presenting it, right? As your portfolio piece. See how it looks in game? They'll see that whatever is like receivable from that display to the public, right, is game ready, right? Goes right in, no problem. And there's something good about that. Otherwise, they're breaking out company credit card like, okay, this is a potential investment and some talent. We're gonna see this assets. This is like, it's like giving, it's cheaper for them to just buy one of your assets and give you a test maybe for that. Because that you already have something that you're staking your claim to being hired right out of the. There's thousands of new applicants every year with each graduating class on these things. So there's more and more people than ever joining this field. There's gonna be more games released than ever. Pricing them all competitively, right? Do we just make all games free? Because there will be so much fighting for attention. The money can come maybe, the money just has to come maybe.
I'm not up to that just yet.
You have a successful IP enough to maybe earn its way with other means. There's nothing wrong though with charging. And is it just like people are gonna do it anyway? You think so? As the world changes completely how we make it. Oh, so these Eternals are interesting, huh? Oh wow, so these corpses are something else, huh? For a little while. Damn, that XP though, huh? I mean, heck, look at people even make money with Path of Exile, right? Trading things sometimes, I don't know. You know what I mean? You have like PayPal, you have some kind of transactions, right? Cash App or something, who knows? Or more secure, right, transactions, and could even trade like these expensive currencies people farm for real world money, so you can be earning, heck, if you could earn $20 an hour on average, right, through the game trading and stuff, right, and maybe if you're a real good trader, you go a little faster, huh? But you create, it's like you create a little side hustle for yourself using a free game, right? Well, you might have invested $20, but you can tell you just how many of those little in-game items $20 would be, right? Worth. Now, whether you want to always just be playing a game for your content, it's just the fact, it's just like a proof of concept, right? That there could be like a market, right, for that heck, people do carrying, right? It's like they have a service, like they've created, and they see that not only are there digital and physical goods, there are physical and digital services, huh? And to play a game, to be like your game buddy, almost is like you hiring a bodyguard to help alleviate. You have someone to play with, right? But specifically someone powerful to carry you, right? And something. And they taxi you, not just in a competitive ranks, although that's not always like looked upon kindly. But in a cooperative game like this, I don't think no one bats an eye from a cooperative perspective. It's just time is money, right? And you play with the person. Oh, but then that's almost greedy. It's not greedy if you do have the business intention. I feel like, I don't know, if we want to support each other in a business to explore different kinds of business we have. I'm kind of missing my second health class, maybe. I don't need spell suppression this early. I'm hoping to get the next waypoint. So I'm going to just power through this, grab the waypoint. Put back on a life lens, the cursed one. We're almost there. Yeah, it's just... I don't need the spell suppression. I was kind of going off of what higher levels of the build showed for their equipped items. So I saw that flask lineup, and I thought, okay, I'm going to start to construct the flask lineup now. But I honestly could use the health a little bit more right now. Maybe it shows you that I definitely could upgrade stuff. I guess, and if I had no choice, heist would be that option. But honestly, I'd rather do that with the dungeon. Because I'm gonna need to... we have that unlocked now. He's level 68 though. Be a little under level. But with expert positioning, knowledge of mechanics, right? Like, will prevail. So we're 62, we're at 3 levels. I know. I wouldn't mind leveling it, but damn. Plus, I'm thinking, like, with how much you don't need to pick up sometimes now, you know, when you're a better player, like, you don't need to utilize as much inventory space because you don't want to spend as much time in your inventory. Least of all on stream. Leading me to believe that I really don't need to buy too much slots, you know. And plus, I'm not too big on trading just yet, so I didn't need to go hard on anything. I'm just tasting it. I honestly do like playing other games, so I know I could stop playing PoE anytime. Go try out something else. For now, though. What kind of brought me back was the thought of the crafting. Some gear. I like that part. That might be my favorite part. I don't mind all the abilities, that's fun too, but... yeah, I bet sometimes build experimentation seems nice too, that... swapping out just one node from the socket on the skill gem loadout, it's like, to change how it's like, and just knowing how to better... It just seems like you might take interesting concepts, and maybe sometimes it's for the creativity, and it's not always so optimal, right? Like just the story element, like I mentioned previously. Gladiator, who was more spec for tank, right, and shield. Or Gladiator's two-handed, or is it one-handed shield? Either one of the two, right? And it's a minion based, even though it's not as optimal. It's minion based because you are like playing the role of a tank to protect the minion allies in like in a storytelling type of way. How maybe they're playing the tank role for your minions, right? And they, instead of being like helpless with your minions, right? Without your minions, you're like this reason your minions survive, thrive, and you know, do well. But it's just a unique way to have a take on the minions, right? I'd go back real quick. Wait, no. Yes.
hell aren't you capable and accomplished?
Place a will come.
Yes.
See what she anything to offer. Do I think I'm just gonna make something? What would I even like? Maybe I just need higher base items. No, huh? I probably don't. Is that just an
Remember.
excuse
I'm here to serve us.
to make something? Here, hold on. You sell the weapons he builds. Check it out every now and again. Oh, don't sell that because we can just upgrade it.
Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Okay, fine. We'll go fast. Oh wait, we're not high enough for this yet. Okay, never mind. Wait a second. What's the problem here? Put the curse one on. So we have poison, immunities, remove curses, remove shock, remove burning, immunity to blood. Right. That's not good. What is take this forbidden tome to her. I see. Lady. So what's this? Using this? Okay, how did that? Why did that work now? Whatever. But I'm hoarding them because I can just craft 3 to make the next tier one anyway. So it's fine. Or we went back to 2. I could go back to 3 if I think 2's fine. I think I have more survivability like that.
Hello there, exile.
What is this? Sanctum. Okay, I guess we're giving Sanctum a try. Okay, I gotta start here. Or do I only do one at a time? Oh well, we're trying it out. It's fine.
My mana is gone.
Well, there you go. We tried it out, Maya. Desecrated chambers. Is this where we need to go? So 68, is...
I'm not up to that just yet.
I haven't even considered buying. I don't need to buy anything right now that high. Do people do that? They buy the moment you're level 1. I guess they do. They don't know. Thanks for the accuracy. Are those random? No, sometimes they are. specific to a location or act. Shoot. I'm not saying I need to farm, but there goes our XP. That penalty is the huge. How many levels is that? Am I strong enough? Like, no. I can max out with it. So well, there you go, an item. I think uniques would sell at least right now. They gotta be worth at least something. Oh shoot. What can we do? Okay, we can go back to the ducks. Let's see if there's a good base. Real quick, let's just check. I want to see what kind of bases they're working with. The highest level of bases. So what's this? Our weapon's item level 38. This is a maybe we just need a little bit more to damage. Oh, kick. And then we'll take things out before it gets close to this. 35? Huh. That's not bad. Some of these are a little old though. Try our green gloves. No, this is a whole look it up, right? Oh, shoot. But the sockets though is what gets me, right? The sockets. You know what? F this. Oh, is the labyrinth gonna drop things too high level? Let's find out. Let's find out right now. Look at our level. We're pretty much equalized to. We're at level 62 now.
The goddess is watching.
The most challenging lab, huh? But don't lie, that no, the other one is even more so. This one is pretty. I remember it's kind of fun. The labyrinth, yeah. I was thinking about blood aqueduct farming, but I thought no, I can't do this. No, definitely not on stream. It's like so
My
funny.
mana is gone.
Was it 65 or 75? Actually, I think it changes from handlers. So item 69, because we can have a full set. Is it worth 1 chaos? Okay, yeah. Anything, bunch of unidentified. Yeah, that way, since we're not so preoccupied just running and gun into the dungeon. Got you, buddy. Yeah, so not running down to the dungeon. It was a little expensive for me. We should be getting XP bonus. Do you get any XP detriment when you're just too low level? Much more level. mind leveling up a little bit.
Justice
There's
is
our-
served.
You chaos that bad, huh?
We live in interesting times, all right. Mayhew.
Is this even worth it? For now, we'll set it aside. We'll trade. I'll do research into trading now that we're more capable of that. For now, though, that's on a different stream. Okay, 65. I'd like to get 60. That 65 would be a nice little goal. Look at that. Just go ahead and regal something. What do these do? Intelligence, jewelry, armor, life. So if we got some gloves, we can do life. And what's holding me back on the glove is that right there, the color. So sometimes I haven't been wanting to ruin the lovely kind of thinking about rotating because a weapon. I think getting a new weapon would be nice. If it had. Of course, we could do stuff with that. I don't know. Actually, no. I don't want to burn anything crafting when we could just keep diving into the. What's this? Item? That's a low item level. What's this? Item level 60. That's not bad. Look, and it's the same stuff that our gloves need. I think it is stronger. Now we can swap out the gloves, right? This ring's too. It's kind of nice, maybe. Well, I guess sometimes you save stuff for lower leveled characters. I'll put unidentified rares that are above 65 in there. This one's 69. I think 70. You get one for a certain level, and then above 75, I believe, you get 2 chaos. It's just something, you know, to item level 69. You keep older stuff over here. Top stuff up here. Okay, so what do we gotta do? We need some gloves. Hoping to get a higher level. Do we have anyone with a base?
Greetings.
Worth that. What's this? 40 roll. It's not bad. Kinda interested. Let's go. It's a level 64 base.
For freedom.
Who had
I'm
armor?
here to-
He had armor too? He did have armor. Yeah. I guess we were hoping for a 4-link phone. Yes, we were. If we're being truthful. See, what's that? We gotta have that frostblink on. We got to. We have got to.
Greeting.
And sometimes using a chaos home on a piece of jewelry. You don't need intelligence. I guess it's kind of fine for now. Okay, there we go, diving into the somewhat never-ending. We'll just keep it over here. What we will do. These gloves have got to change. Okay. One blue is all we needed. That was just to level it up. Is this bow worth selling? I don't think so. For now, I'm just setting it down. We gotta get back up there. What are we doing over here?
We live in.
We are pretty much unrestricted. We have to beat this labyrinth anyway for Kitava, so.
Justice will prevail.
Yeah, then sometimes the item level didn't always reflect, like, the character level to pick it up, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it wasn't always, like, we could have equipped it that, you know.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is lost.
We finally had XP left over, huh? I guess, at least with how much we can kill now, or we can get away with. We don't really need the amber. Do we? You know, which one? And sometimes it's like we'll take a look at it. If we can hit level 65 from doing the dungeon stuff too, or this labyrinth, right? Not dungeon. I won't mind. Give us some 4-link base, 4-socket bases. Craft wood.
Justice
There's
is served.
that. What is? Right now we're just in this point where it's a glass can build. Is brute forcing gonna do anything? What levels this? It's high enough. It's gotta be rare still. So everything else. must
Hello.
go. Doesn't matter what that's.
We live in.
We can get him to reset his inventory though. 'Cause, those aren't bad bases either. I think we're not strong enough for this.
Justice will prevail.
It's like about the gear, you know, like the lower tier enemies. So what, we upgraded our weapon, right? A bit. The higher level. We'd love to get 65, right? That's a great. Those are the final level of last tier, right?
A locked door merely encourages curiosity.
I'm not up to that just yet.
What I normally do is I'll go towards this direction. More center though. In the middle. I'll do exploring that opening. I think this labyrinth, since it was sometimes it felt like the most challenging to beat for me in the past, that I'm more familiar with this one. Now I remember that, yeah, golden key is essential.
My mana is gone.
My goodness, quiet. It's just a storm. See, sometimes those enemies will take a little while. I guess they might have a greater chance. The magic enemies is definitely challenging enough. And sometimes those rares with the right number of modifiers that are downright potent. Plus, to beat the labyrinth and get that ascendancy bonus would definitely
Where
increase our...
there's a golden key, there must be a golden door.
Yeah. Ooh, but take me out just like that. No, sir. No, sir. That's fun. Cool. So, look, we're an hour in. We'll give it no more than another hour. I know, it's just sometimes those quieter.
Gold is the most liberating.
Oh, but I think it was an excellent day, and then we'll get to some other things to grab time. Well, I'll just maybe I'll catch you the next time. No, we're still live right now. These other things though. To stream them, I'm still thinking about the setup. For now, it's okay if they're not streamed. Maybe I'll make a video about them eventually.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Well, look, we're already at this trial, you know?
Oh, the weary traveler
Double
draws close to the end of the path.
That right there is the reason you did this. Those
The essence of an empire must be shared equally amongst all its citizens. Strike with fidelity.
My mana is gone.
Leadership is a life sentence.
Oh my gosh, we're not doing any damage.
This is the end.
Shoot, that's weird. Hold on, quick curiosity. Out of curiosity, do you think if we close the game, we reset the...
You think?
Good tidings to you. Now that the Brine King is not... Time and tide wait for no man.
So, well, shoot. I feel like we've reached something of an impasse. So.
Greetings.
We have all we have max resistances. We're 62. We're trying to do so. Obviously, with the labyrinth, we're 5 levels. Set 6, so it's 68, right? 7 levels. No, 6 levels, right? 6 level different. That's quite a bit, right? It's quite a bit. All that is not helping our stash tabs right now. I think we're fine right now. See, look, I was fine with just 4 tabs. Now I have some of the big, you know what I mean? Sell everything, vendor it, doesn't matter. Let it go, doesn't matter. I'm wearing the characters, wearing the best that there is anyway. All the characters, all the time. Hoarding currencies, maps, essences. We want to use them as fast as possible. Bundle them, burn them together, who knows, spit them out, whatever we gotta do. Do we craft? Do we gotta craft something up, craft something down? I know we're missing some modifiers on this. I haven't even bothered crafting anything. Tell you what, hold on. Let's do what we can. Let's go to the menagerie real quick. Any recipes? And just sometimes moments like this, just doing whatever little thing we can do to get us a little bit more powerful, survive just a little bit longer, level up just a little bit more reliably. So what's this we can make? A unique flask. So I gotta put the flask in there. I don't need the flask. It isn't full and random for me.
Pruning a branch can save the tree. My mana is low.
The ritual is complete.
Oh, it's because it spits it out right here. Rock quicksilver. Oh, thanks. A little flask like that. Huh? Sometimes it's just a nice boost. Look at that. We got 2 flasks. Can sell those, but sometimes see then some things, some uniques are recipes and bigger units. I'm not always. I have to know what those are before maybe I start willy-nilly trading something. I already have the a recipe for it, right? Essentially. We went there, didn't need that. Chamber Innocence, yeah. We gotta do something with that. This one was a bonus, I believe. You go here for the bonus. Travel to the flooded depths. You know what? An extra passive point. That's obviously that's something, huh? It's like they know, huh? It's like you. Moments like these, huh? Where you have the side stuff. Sometimes you get some interesting, like rewards, like, you know, like a nice 4-socketed, you know, rare. Just so happens to fit for the time. Okay, fine, a skill point. Since we're trying to level up, it's like, yeah, skill points could. Wait, no, I was thinking if we have respect points. But now I can see why we had all those survivability nodes. If I have to respect some of the more offensive things to put them into the defense stuff, that I should always then prioritize the defensive. Oh, I couldn't hop that. Prioritize the defensive stuff first. So, health, straight up. Resistances, life leeching. Then, of course, the spell suppression, etc., etc. Then you get the melee stuff. Not melee, attack-based things. Oh, shoot, I was thinking, like, yeah. think we could type skill point, huh? And it'll tell us what needs skill points, so...
You managed to kill it.
Bust this skill... Oh, I bust the skill tree thing wide open real quick. Things are looking okay and good down there. We got our mastery. Our life. So pretty much we were working up. We have just completed. We don't need attack mastery, but we needed multi-shot. We could go up for this life stuff, right? That's nice. Otherwise, see, look, here's an example. Like, we don't need a beeline to this forces of nature. We can instead work towards Blood Drinker. Because look at that maximum life right there. Do we want to take off an extra projectile? Is there anything else I could take off right now? What do I not need right this early? Maybe it's fine. Well, right now, let's type this. Okay. Alright, here. Let's see if this trick works. So we do slash passes 71 passive skill points, 71 allocated, 61 from character level, 10 passive skill points from quests. So we got the gemming region. We just did that one. Did we do the way forward? Piety's pets. This one, this one, this one, this one. Shara Star, Love is Dead. Oh, do I gotta just go to quests? Huh. Do you look on a per act basis? Huh? I think I more or less remember the names of stuff. The torments, not quite. I think we might have done all those so far. I looked through and I didn't really see nothing, and we've been kind of accepting them. Do I always go back to where I came from though? We're fine. Part 2, 64. Something we might just farm in the ruined square, because that's a high enough level anyway. Only 2 levels under. And this is what I had to do. I'd love to do the labyrinth, but it's just really challenging. You gotta be a little higher. So. Look at that. Okay. When in doubt, oh, you know what else is great about this? It's big open areas, right? We're not harder for us to get that, but it's fine. Shoot. Better be fine. And we'll have to, maybe we'll craft up anything we find just to make sure we're caught up level-wise. 4 socket green, 4 link green, please. A 6 link bow. No. Chest 2 while you're at everything. We'll pick it up because we can craft it the next year quickly. For us, it's about having the variety of the flasks, that way we can swap out which effects we could need at the time. Okay, so far this has been the smoothest so far. Our strength, our cunning, everything is coming in together now. Yeah, so this example of densely packed scenes full of assets. For level design, a lot of options. You know, this kind of controls our pathing, right? How we can travel. We don't want to get. Okay, it's a little tighter right here. Can't let him stay on top of this for too long. Okay, sure, it's a little low, but you never know what might just roll in there. So it's got life, maximum life, and fire. We got maximum cold. It's not that bad. It's not that great. It's, you know what? At least it's got that much. We're trying to get some levels. Let's just try to get some levels, one level at a time. Heck, if we grab the level up, at least we're within the range. The range for the bone for like now receiving deadly things. Like with each character, you're this close, right, to just leveling up beyond your wildest.
My mana is full.
The XP for opening up that thing. We've been there.
I'm not up to that just yet.
We're fine. Shoot. Let's go. Oh yeah, shouldn't we be picking up unidentified? So we got unidentified one hand. Oh, it's gotta be above 65 though. Oh, it is. Okay. Hey, with chaos, that's something, right? You know what? I might be willing to throw a chaos on all my things. And ultimately, we just want level 65. We get our final class. And we're underneath that 3 levels. So 40. Okay, a great base. 32. Actually, I could also look into... Okay, we're halfway level. Man, what even has been this run? Attempts. So, heck, let's just take it one level at a time. We're that much more stronger after level up. Maybe I'll just work my way towards that other little side objective area. There's a waypoint there, so it's not worth it. Head over there. Taxi. Oh shoot. I'm taking 4 links for granted. I have. I would have thought they'd be flipped. A heavy arrow clipper. That's pretty much like what I got, but at this stage. So it was good enough for their routine. Otherwise, using another essence on it would give it, could at least give it some. It's not a weapon, technically. It's not armory. What is it? Offhand. It's considered offhand. We can't keep that. We would have leveled up by now. Real quick, I'm just curious about the instant. Okay, let's try this out. I'm just curious. Oh, it worked. Okay. We did a new instant. I don't want to keep traveling so far deep. Yeah, we reset the instance, we can just kind of start back from where it's a little wider, a little easier to clear. Closer to circle 2. Plus, no, it was like easy, it doesn't cost us much. Markers, we'll take it.
My mana is gone.
I'd love to do the wildwood, but you know what? Is it worth it? Do I want to buy it? I heard mixed results. Physical damage leached as life. Breathe up that. Peace out of the home. Shoot. Decent base on river. Ooh, I didn't mean to put that in there. Oops. And then over here we got experiments, right? Unidentified.
Well, aren't you capable and
I
accomplished?
do not need this. It's fine.
Who there?
One more.
Ahoy! Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Hello. Remember, we do this for freedom. Hello.
My mana is gone. I'm not up to that just yet. I'm not up to that just yet.
Yes?
Making